I'm going to jump scare you with possibly one of the worst photos of me that possibly exists because I don't know what I was. I don't think I was hungover, but I was fucking tired. And this is just me at like whatever. I can't even mind the street name, but that's the big crossing at Akihabara.
Oh, the crossing that everyone's...
No, not the Shibuya crossing. No,
Oh,
this is just a crossing at the top end of Akiba. And the only reason is because we use as landmark because that was the Genshin ad. I use the Genshin ad all the fucking time. And the ad home below it. And then I can't remember her name. The Senran Kagura girl behind me. One of the interesting things is that was just the place, like, there's shit fucking everywhere. Just everywhere you look, there's anime. Like, oh, there's another shot I have here of Akiba somewhere, or did I not put it in? I didn't put it in, some dickhead. I will have a better version of this available for other people at some point in time. Yeah, the crossing was very small, the actual scramble crossing, but crossing it at night when there's 40 billion people in it was kind of fucked up. It was kind of. Does that say maid casino? No, it says maid cafe, not casino. Although actually,
it was interesting hearing that those are everywhere, like Starbucks in New York.
Fucking everywhere doesn't even describe it. Like, there was a bit.
I wish they got James May to go into a maid cafe in Arman in Japan. It would have been very funny.
So on Fridays and Saturdays, it was a fucking gauntlet. Like, it was a maid gauntlet.
Oh yes, the maid gauntlet street.
So there was a actual what do you call it? Actual maid gauntlet in Den Town up one of like because like the main street, well, the traffic down, and there's the one big side street on Den Town, and I fucking swear to God, there were maids standing like this far apart from each other, just trying to get the attention of people walking past to hand them flyers and get them into the cafe, and there must have been like 20 or 30 of them on the street. I'm looking around going, how do you fit cafes in this fucking place? And then you go to one of like the buildings, it's like 6 or 7 floors, and you go, oh, it's just 6 floors of different maid cafes.
And so the selling point here is to eat food with girl.
The selling point here is for a girl dressed as a maid or whatever concept they have to talk to you while you eat some mediocre food. That's the concept.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. And I'm not saying this is like an individual.
Just imagining that in Belfast. I was like, it's crack.
Yeah.
So what do you want?
Like, I don't say it's fucked up in like that's weird or that's distasteful or,
it's pretty strange in the grand scheme of things now.
It's not. Because I'm trying to look at it all.
I'm used to like a theme cafe that's like, this is a cafe with a bunch of cats, but the idea that it's the same as that, but it's a bunch of humans.
Yeah,
it's quite strange.
Yeah,
it's like the zoo episode of in Star Trek. Like, here you go, we've captured all of these people to eat food. It's very weird.
It's really hard to explain why I don't think it's that weird.
Oh no, I get it. Yeah. Like it is, market demand, fulfill need for money.
Yeah, it's very much that, and clearly, like, there's a level of creativity involved in all of like the concept cafes and stuff. Like, there were like heavy metal ones and kunoichi ones and a bunch of other ones that seemed interesting. But like, it's just fucking wild. Like, just the gauntlet of going through them was crazy.
Yeah, that you just had like 15 cafes worth of of people trying to promote with flyers.
Yeah, just people like looking at you and waving at you and trying to talk to you and just walking past like, I'm sorry. I would love to stand here all day and talk with you, but for a start, you don't know enough English. I don't know enough Japanese, and I'm trying to go buy more stuff. Thank you very much. I just think. Oh fuck. Yeah, what was it? I'll just go through my stuff. So, I haven't really put an awful lot of thought into this, but I will say one of the things that's really interesting, and this is going to sound insane, but it's something that I really realized. You know when you live places, nothing ever fucking happens. You feel like you're just slowly dying forever. Maybe this is the same in like bigger cities and stuff like that, because obviously we live in a fucking city. I don't even know if you half call it a city, but like you just go and you're like you go into the shop that you're in the week like a couple days before, and now you just see a whole load of like
it's been taken over.
Yeah, it's just been taken over, and there was like just there's the Omaroke, which is like a spin-off of Yuri Yuri, a manga. Like there, this whole building is having a collab. So there's a whole floor in this fucking building dedicated to just this. And you're like
what's our equivalent of that going to be? Is it like a Channel 4 reality TV show?
It's weird because there kind of isn't anything similar because there's no fucking culture that's this kind of unified.
Yeah.
And to be fair, this is Akihabara. This is
Yes.
fucking nerd town. Like this isn't just everyone's come up here like your average businessman. This is people who like anime are coming here specifically because they live in this area. They're visiting things like that. So you just show up. You're like, oh yeah, it's just in the shop now. Because like the floor down was just a load of like. Because this is in the Akiba station, so the floor down was a load of like pastries and food and stuff like that. So you just go up the escalator and just like, oh, here's a load of places to spend money. And then this is the thing where like this is a pop-up shop, right? We sometimes there's maybe small pop-up things here, but they basically don't exist as a concept.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm here, I'm like, I just walk past like, oh, because I fucking love Symphogear. And one of the friends I was with also loves Symphogear. So we spotted this. We're like, holy fuck, good thing the 2 weeks we're here, there's just a Symphogear pop-up shop. And you go up this elevator and there's a room about the size of this fucking table, maybe. And it's just full of stuff. It's full of stuff. They're like, here's some unique goods that we have made for this. And it's all gacha and I rolled fucking horribly and everything. And I got my least favorite characters and he got all the right ones. I fucking hate him. Carry you cunt. But yeah. You just go in the station. Like,
could you not have spent more money to get the characters you wanted?
I bought a couple, then left, and then opened them later.
Because that was your mistake.
No, that was not my mistake.
That was your mistake,
That was me
man.
being very, very smart. That was
definitely
smart.
You don't have the characters you want, so clearly it was a mistake.
Yeah, and then you just like walking around the stations. There you go. There's a massive fucking wall covered in Love Live stuff. And it may be vaguely apparent from the fact that I'm wearing the Sunshine in the Mirror shirt. I fucking love Love Live. Sunshine in the Mirror is great. Indie creates game, Blazing the Deep Blue sucks balls, but this is great. And where was I going next after that?
Yeah, different to...
it was very...
different to like the marketing here where, I mean, animated content never gets marketed.
Yeah, it was very cool. It was really fucking
I guess
weird,
they've got, like with mobile games and stuff, they really have it like pumping on a cultural level like massively compared to stuff here.
Massively, yeah. Because I'm fairly sure that's a new Love Live game that's appearing at some point in time. Because the other one got shut down. They're like, fuck it, we'll make a new one. Or like, this is crazy. It's like, I don't like anime. I don't think I would like Japan. To be fair, this was me in Akihabara, which is fucking Anime Central. Like, this was, I went to the place for me and largely ignored most of the rest of it outside of just walking around visiting stuff. Like, most of my time was spent around that. So obviously it's going to be a very skewed version of this versus someone who spends a lot more time in like Shinjuku or Harajuku or in and around different parts of Tokyo. Because to be fair, for a couple of days we did spend a lot of time up in Ueno, which was more the zoo, the parks, Dotonbori as an example, which actually Dotonbori is down here. No, wait, yeah, this place was fucking packed. No, yeah, this place was fucking packed. It was unbelievable packed.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's nice.
This is just like that's all of that. The right hand side is queues for food.
Isn't ray tracing incredible?
yeah. The power of your iPhone 15, which over processes the fuck out of images. So if you don't look up close, they look great.
Oh, you can turn that off.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, cause like, obviously, like I went up this is the Fushimi Inari Shrine in Kyoto, and this shit is fucking pretty. Pretty.
Yeah, I mean,
that was the top. That was the top of Mount Inari. That was a long fucking climb up really narrow, steep steps that would not be allowed in I think half the countries because you'd be people just fucking die. this was nighttime. Like this was proper. It's dark. You can't see where you're walking. Fucking brutal. And then that was that shot on the way up, and then similar way down. Fucking nice. Very nice. That's very nice.
I got my Blade Runner shot of LA.
Yeah.
As in, only the famous LA fog.
Yeah.
It was the first time I ever noticed that, and I just like, oh, this kind of looks like a Blade Runner situation with this very spooky fog.
Surprising lack of guardrails in the path too. Yeah. You could just die. Like you could just die.
Fall?
Straight up, you just die. You fall and you die. You could do that.
So is this like step, big drop,
Yeah.
dead?
Yeah. And
I see.
this is a big cliff with a guardrail that's like maybe to your waist.
Is there a bunch of Western YouTubers at the bottom waiting to make content?
I wish, but like,
So you put the card in the machine,
yeah,
and then that's who you're playing as.
yeah, that's your team. Like, you don't have to, but if you like don't have your prize possession, which is where the fuck's my wallet?
His prize possessions are gone.
Yeah, if you don't have your prize possession, which contains your entire life, which is your little aim card or IMA card, which is just basically an NFC thing. This is your account for your games, or at least for a certain subset of games. You get like an e-amusement pass for Konami stuff as well, which I also do.
Right, so all your progress and all of that stuff is going to be saved.
Yep.
I see.
On this. Well,
Smart.
not on this. This is this is basically a login key, more or less, which is a really fucking cool idea, because you sit down, you drop your 3 cards in, you slap that, you put your money in, and off you go, which is cool as fuck. But Ongeki is a really fucking good game, like actually crazy fun. The physicality of playing a rhythm game that's actually like has fun stuff, because the way it actually is behind to show a video, but I'll just explain. You basically have like a lane with 3 buttons, but the buttons duplicated for your left and right hand. So at higher levels, you're supposed to swap between the 2.
Mm-hmm.
There's the lever in the middle, which is basically your character's position. You have to dodge bullets and stay on the lane as it moves using the lever. So most of what you're doing is three buttons here.
It's like a rhythm bullet hell.
Yeah. So
that's combining things.
Yeah, Ongeki shooting. So you use your like left hand to move the lever while you press the rhythm with your hand. With
And
your,
then if you could then play a Metroidvania with your feet, we'd never see you again.
Exactly, yeah. Then there are buttons on the walls beside you.
What?
Yeah. So you're sitting here, and to the right, there's a purple button on the wall, which you tap by doing that.
This is like a backhand slap.
Yeah. So you're sat there. I should have put the fucking full screen up. So you're sat there, lever, buttons, three big buttons, and then hitting the wall beside you.
Whoa.
Or like holding different capacities. Then there's another one where like basically it's the same on the left. So the higher the difficulty goes, the more it adds like off rhythm and offbeat stuff with the left side, which means you have to swap your hand. So there's certain bits where you're moving the lever with your left, hitting buttons, moving your like left hand over to tap the wall there. But then you also need to move your character. So your right hand grabs the lever, pulls it to the right.
Oh my God.
And then
so many mechanics are happening at once.
Exactly. And it's fucking fantastic. There's a reason I maybe spent like 15, 16 hours playing Ongeki over the 2 weeks I was there, and
You staying close to there?
Yeah, both times an arcade with one of these was 5 minutes away from us. It was great. Because when we were in Akiba, we were 5 minutes away from the Taito station, and then there was a guy get into the gaming oasis, GIGO, which is the new branding for the old Sega arcades that all got closed.
Right.
There was one of those in the Osaka Akimai, which was basically an understation mall, which was across the road from where we're staying, which is fucking sick. Very, very cool. And I actually seriously miss this. Ongeki was so much fun. So much fun.
We do not have. I'm sorry, we don't have rhythm games in Northern Ireland.
It's so painful.
They don't exist.
It's genuinely painful to not. It's genuinely painful. And I have like 500 photos, and I only picked a handful for this because I tried to throw a load in, and Notion screamed at me. So this is the fish that I caught.
Oh.
Yeah.
I, for some reason, thought it would be no, this is a big fish.
Yeah, a sea bream.
How'd you catch it?
With the fishing rod.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, where are the fish?
It's a big open hall, right? And there's a load of little like wooden things with like ponds and a couple of fish per pond. So you go in, and there's like a wee river, and the fish can swim around all.
They all get fucking slaughtered.
Yeah, basically. So you go in, and you catch fish. You can order from the menu as well, but if you want, you give them like 100 yen to rent a rod, and you can go try to catch fish. So 3 of us went and caught some sea bream. So this. Went and got some sea bream, and you can you can choose which way you want it to be cooked. And I went for just grilled whole, except I also got sashimi as well. So the other side of the fish, there's no flesh on it, but it was so they just cut it up real quick, brought out the sashimi, which was okay, it was great. Clearly pretty low quality fish in there, like, because it's like fuck whatever, and they're all under distress because they're in a place that's loud, and every time someone catches a fish, the staff cheer and beat these massive drums, which was interesting. So they catch the fish, put it in the pond. We call it again. No, they catch the fish and then fucking kill it. Yeah. They just basically they just get, instead of cooking the fish, they put the fish in the pond. You catch it, then they cook it. Yeah, and then grill the shit out of it. I was the first time I ate fish eyes and fish brains, and they're tasty.
Oh.
Yeah.
Eyes and brains.
Yeah.
You ate the brains.
Fish eyes are really weird. There's like a little, they're almost like kind of jellyish, except for like the actual like bit that we would consider like a pupil, which is really solid and chewy.
You ate the brain.
Yeah. Yeah.
How much brain is there in a fish?
Not much.
Is it nice?
It was tasty, yeah.
You ate brain?
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, it was tasty, Gary.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, you could have just not, but I did.
Yeah.
But I did. And that is more or less, oh no, I've got one more photo, which is, this is a sushi place.
Yes. What, 80 pence a plate?
About
pretty
80,
much?
about 80p a plate, like, but it depends on what you got. You could get stuff a bit more expensive. Like if you had like proper fatty tuna, it was like 120 or 130 for a piece. But we have like here, if we want to go to the sushi place down there that has a sushi place, sushi little train, you're looking at like £2, £3 a piece. And those pieces are shit. This is great. And this wasn't even a good place. This was like just one of the random fucking chains that has the train where you press the, so you tap the button on the screen, you put your order on the screen, and then there's a wee window down the end of the thing. You're all set in like a fucking line. And it just flies down on a wee train in front of you with a conveyor belt in front of you. You pick it up, press a button, and you sit there for as long as you want, just pressing the button of just send me fish up the line, please. Send me raw fish up the line, please.
Oh, it's like I was with John and a few people in a hot pot place in London at like 3 a.m, and your table just had an iPad, and you're profoundly aware that on your iPad is the Wagyu button. If you hit the Wagyu button, it's like money will disappear, but Wagyu will appear. It was crazy. Oh, it's very good. It's very good. I was jealous. We don't have that here.
Yeah,
3 a.m. Just 3 a.m. Oh, out of the bar. I'm feeling a bit peckish. How about I have a full sit-down hot pot session? Crazy.
One of the meals we had was all-you-can-eat Wagyu yakiniku. So we just sat there for 80 minutes.
How much did that cost?
About £40.
What?
Yeah. That country's fucking cheap.
Yeah, it's weird. I always thought Japan was super expensive to live in. But everything that you're saying, like, wow, our money goes far.
It goes far.
How much has the yen crashed?
I don't know what it's like now, but it was like 180 to a pound.
But what did it used to be?
Like 130, 140 to a pound.
It's not... Yeah, like, historically, it's not like it's crashed awfully. It's not like, remember you used to get $2 for £1. Mm-hmm. It's not like that. Wow, Japan just must be... Maybe they pay more in other, for other things in life. Like tax or whatever.
Their rent and stuff's pretty high.
I see.
But food is fucking cheap. Like getting like a beef bowl at Itsuki in the morning was like £4.
Oh god.
And that's just here's a bowl of rice, here's some thinly sliced beef, like braised over the top of it, here's some miso soup, and here's a bottle of tea for like £4.
Crazy.
And I spent £3.80 for a breakfast wrap. That was cold when I landed back, and I was in that center. I was like, I'm going to kill everyone around me and then myself. That's how I feel. Oh, did you have Combini food is cheap as fuck, mate? Getting like, because my friend loved the tuna mayonnaise onigiri. Fucking hell! Between some pickled plum onigiri, some curry bread, some katapam, fucking unbelievable. Some yakisoba bread as well. Fucking
bread,
yeah, absolutely fucking ridiculous. Did you have any revelation, Matt? Yeah, the revelations were many. A lot of them were actually kind of almost anthropological or societal in nature. So I was walking around.
Whoa.
Yeah, because I was just walking around looking at people and be like, what the fuck is everyone doing? In a non-derogatory way. But like, just people going fucking, like, the way they sat, the way they moved, the way they were like, the way if you were standing in someone's way, that was it. You were in their way until you move. Like, people aren't going to like if they're running to the train, it'd be a different story.
Of course.
But if they're just like standing in a shop waiting for you to move, they'll just fucking stand and wait for you to move. I was like, what do you mean? Just fucking push past me, dude. Like, I'm gonna be here for 10 minutes. Just fucking move me. Like, just apologize and go past me. Or yeah, I'll tell you one of the biggest revolutions. I was supposed to bring it for an example to show, but I fucking didn't. I bought the I actually said it earlier in pre-chat. I bought one of the New Game artists like illustration collection books. It was called Next Game. It was in a Surigaya, and I bought that shit. I brought it up to the till, expecting it to be the listed price for the used book, which was 3,000 yen, which is about 20 quid or so. Maybe about 17, 18 quid, because that's a pretty, like, a steal for a big ass art book. I'm like, sweet, absolutely wonderful. I bring it up, and this dude looks at it and goes, I can't remember exactly how he phrased it, because it was not very good English, and I don't remember any of the Japanese he used because I didn't understand it, and basically cut the price of it from about 3,000 yen to 800 yen, which is about a $5 or 6 quid. And that was only because the cover on softback books, like the little wraparound thing, was a little bit dinged at the top. The book was otherwise in perfect condition. I was like, so I'm this clear fucking foreigner, right? I'm this clear foreigner, and I'm here, and I clearly, like, obviously the fucking tourist vibes, obviously. Even had the fucking sunglasses around my fucking and hanging off the thing. It's a sunny day. And this fucker has the perfect opportunity to get an extra 2,200 yen out of me. And I would be like, fine, yeah, I'm buying for the listed price, of course. And then he just cuts most of the price off. I'm like, what? I'm like, why? What? Yeah. Lol in Peru, they would have tried to charge you double. Yeah. This cunt could have said, actually, it's 5,000. I'd have been like, fuck it. Why not? I'm here already. Like, might as well. But instead, just took a load of the price off it as like part of the principle of looked at that and went, oh, actually, it's been slightly damaged. So obviously, that's not what we sell that for. I was just like, what the fuck? What do you mean? That's like, what do you mean you didn't scam me? I was ripe to be scammed.
I was so scammable.
Yeah, I was a scamble motherfucker. And you were like, nah, it's fine. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah. From Detroit, I legit can't imagine a society that isn't wildly aggressive. It was actually annoying me at times. Like,
yes, this seems very different from walking around in New York.
Yeah, I fucking like the amount of like on the way up to Mount Nari, the amount of times I nearly coped this fella just because he did not make himself known and I was moving around and I just nearly bashed him into walls all over the fucking place. It was weird that it happened like 3 times. I nearly like sent him fucking flying. It was insane to me. Like, and yeah, item conditioned very seriously. Yeah, I spent so many hours going around like used goods and like used like anime merch and stuff. And I have fucking tons of it. I have far too much of it. I was really stupid and spent so much money. But it's ridiculous just how much stuff there is at secondhand. Like, proportions of stores selling new stuff to old stuff was fucked up. At least where I was like looking around in Akihabara, it was really astonishing to me how much, because I'm used to things, well, here you buy something new and then it gets fucked and you launch it into the bin. That's how everything goes. Or when people buy stuff to collect,
It's the way you talk about it that's funny to me. I'm just imagining like you buy a new t-shirt and then just this process happens called it gets fucked and then you launch it into the bin.
So there is a good reason that I was banned from.
Oh, you were banned from Japan.
No,
Wow.
no. I was banned from being the first person to speak to someone who might speak English.
You were banned from being the first person to speak to. Why?
Because even people who could speak decent English could not fucking make me out at all.
Oh, of course.
They hadn't a clue what the fuck I was saying. So my traveling companions were the ones who led the conversations because they could actually speak normally, unlike me, which I'm sure you're all very familiar with. Between my word choice and accent, it's fucking horrible. But yeah, it was wild. Like the use good stuff is insane to me. Like I was in a Mandarik, and Mandarik's a big use good store, and the amount of shit, I swear to God, like I kind of understood how collector stuff works there, where clearly people cycle things. Like people clearly buy things and keep them in good condition and then sell them off, which is not how collectors work in the West, as far as I can, like, obviously to some like extent, but it seemed insane to me that there was just, because we went up to Nakano Broadway where there was like a little mall full of different Mandarik shops, and all the shops had like their own specialty. So you're just like, here's a shop, and it's all ancient trading cards, and there's a fucking English and Japanese of both Blue Eyes White Dragon and Dark Magician Girl for hundreds of pounds, if not thousands. I'm pretty sure the Blue Eyes had 6 figures on it, like 6 figures yen. I'm just like, holy sweet fuck, that's ridiculous. And it's just in perfect condition. And it's just there in a shop. It's not like, here's the big display. It's just there's fucking lying in the shop, like little glass container, of course, but everything's in a glass container in a Mandarik. I'm like, how does this stuff survive here? How does stuff not explode? How does stuff not just break by existing? I don't know. Like,
Because, man, you live in a world where things get fucked and then are launched into the bin.
Yeah, so like, there's this.
It's like, oh, my mouse is double clicking, and you rip it out and launch it into the bin.
Yeah, I feel like there's an aura of decay that exists in the world that just doesn't somehow exist there. Everything is so fucking clean.
Oh, yeah.
Everything is so clean. There's not a fucking speck of dust to be seen.
I mean, no one will have a mental breakdown the second they land in Paris.
Yeah, right. Like,
That's a massively sweeping statement, and I know that's the point.
yeah, it's wild to me. There's just so much. It was such a, like, it was actual culture shock, right? Because it sounds like I'm fucking filleting the country, but it actually, seriously, it was a culture shock to be going, what do you mean this is clean? What do you mean everything's like looked after? What do you mean there's like an aura in the air of not just desecration? Which is funny because it was possibly the loneliest place I've ever been in. And I've been out in the fucking woods at night. Like, I've never felt so many people and so few emotions. Just in a crowd, and not a single person exists outside of where they're going next. And that was the crazy part. But like, yeah, Sister Bliss, the respect was a weird thing. Like, just
People respect things.
Yeah, like
the amount of like time you're just walking down the street here and like, yep, that person's just. I was about to say pissing in the street. I meant to say spitting, but you know both.
but it's like when here's an example, right? Someone's so, and this I don't know if it was like a coronavirus thing or if it's like something they've done before that because I've never been there before, but every time there was like you go into a shop and you want to hand over money, it's also weird using cash a lot.
Yes, because they're very cash based.
Yeah, they're still very cash based, and it kind of fucked me up because I forgot to bring my physical credit card, and they don't use contactless very much, so I had to spend my actual money, not my credit card money. So I'm fucking broke. But you put your cash in a little tray, and then they pick up the tray and pick the cash off the tray, as opposed to you handing them the cash. But then they'll hand you back the cash, so I don't really understand the point. This is kind of weird thing. It might be a little thing. Yeah, I go to Shibuya or Shinjuku in the nighttime. So many drunken salarymen. Yeah, we came home from Shibuya one night after eating, and it was everyone was steaming.
So like, I do follow the Shibuya Meltdown.
Yeah,
Twitter account, and the Twitter account is basically just. What is the Twitter account, Matt?
It's just
People in distress
it's-
because of
it's
alcohol in
just-
Shibia.
it's just people either broken or asleep in Shibia. Like, it's fucking wonderful. I didn't see any meltdowns. Then it wasn't out that late, except for the night I went to Mogra with Ace, and then we were out till 5 a.m. because that's when the trains start again. So everyone just goes, let's just keep drinking and dancing till the trains come back.
How long are the clubs open?
From 11 to 5, if not earlier. At least the ones I saw,
The clubs are open until 5 a.m.
because that's when the trains start and everyone goes home. Because if you leave the club at 2 a.m, you can't get a train, you're fucked. Yeah.
Sorry, I've just seen something that looks like it is the start of a pornography. It is, in fact, Alex Jones and Tucker Carlson in the woods at an outhouse.
Yeah.
Oh, but that probably won't lead to funny memes, so I'm not for it.
So in terms of like places opening and closing, it was fairly regimented. It's like everything reasonable should close at 11 o'clock so everyone can go home, because the trains stop at 12 and start again at 5, around that. They stop at 12 to 1. So there is just this like whole thing of they designed it. That's if you designed the public transport system to work around opening and close times, as opposed to them being random as fuck. It's like here, you know what happens here whenever it's closing time? Everyone gets thrown out of the bar at 1 o'clock. There's not a fucking bus in sight. There's not a train in sight.
No.
Which means it's taxi time or very long walks. That's it. And it's dysfunctional. Like, it's fucked. It doesn't work. It wrecks the place because everyone's fired out at 1 o'clock and is listless.
Or even,
standing
I
outside.
wonder what the difference between middle of Belfast... Okay, it's the same in all of your cities. Yeah. You know the McDonald's that's, like, in town and open late, and at 2 a.m, there's just this, like, 20 to 30 meter radius of rubbish everywhere.
Yeah.
I have a feeling the McDonald's in Japan's not going to be like that.
It wasn't.
Yeah, the idea of there being a clean McDonald's is insane to me.
Yeah. It wasn't like...
Damn.
It was clean. And it was tasty too.
Having lovely, pristine chicken legend. Happy,
It was
happy.
tasty too. I had the... Like a fucking... What was it? It was some event there, and some like samurai burger. It was like dark double soy, some... I don't know what the fuck it was. But I had that and something else and another thing. And then I had McDonald's when I came home, and the difference is fucking night and day. Very mad. Very maddening. But yeah, the place is fucking spotless. All the time. And open late. And it works. And everything just kind of worked. And I was like, fuck, they've designed this.
Yeah.
And what's the cost? The cost is that they're all supremely regimented. And whenever you hand over your card to like anything for them to put it in the machine, and then they, get you to put in their PIN, they don't stare at you while you put in the PIN. They don't like turn away a wee bit. They lift a fucking thing and look away so you can be sure that they're not looking at your PIN.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
They lift the tray and like block their line of sight to the fucking card machine.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And then when they hand you stuff, they don't go, there you go, dickhead. They actually literally do. That is not a fucking meme. They hand you things fucking bowed over with two hands.
The way that we do the shop is, maybe the cashier will acknowledge your existence.
Yeah.
And then like cash or card. And then, you say card, and then they look at the card machine, and the card machine's get ready to beep, then you just go, beep,
Yeah.
cheers, and then you leave.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. Like, it is so... Like, there's a reason I'm like brain damaged, because it's so unbelievably alien to me how everything is done. And even like going to...
You're ready for World of Warcraft, the final Titan. I know what side you're going to choose.
Yeah. Like going to... what was it? A Go-Go Curry. And you put your money in the machine and you tap what you want from the machine. It gives you a ticket. You sit down, you give the ticket to the fella in front of you or the woman in front of you, whatever, and then they tear the ticket, give you one half back, and then within 35 seconds to 2 minutes, your curry's in front of you.
Mm.
And they barely say a word to you. Maybe it'll just be like a welcome in, basically. That'll be it. And then you'll eat your food, and then you've already paid. So all you do is fucking get up and go away. And you have like pretty decent food. I mean, it's not great. Like it is. They have a big pot of curry going, and they've had that pot of curry going for 10 years, so it's decently tasty. Like, and they're
10 years review decent.
Yeah.
What do I have to do, Matt?
And they're just like constantly cycling. Just here's just a massive rice cooker full of rice, constantly cycling it, right? And obviously like meat's like just freshly fried stuff, and it's good. But you're in and out of there in 12 minutes.
Whoa.
And you don't have to say a word to anyone, because it's inefficient if someone says, "What would you like to eat?" and you go, "Actually, I'll have that." That's inefficient. That's too inefficient for them. They're like, fucking press the button before you sit down, dickhead. And you do that, and everyone's out in 4 seconds. I just go your entire life without saying a word to anyone beyond scripted interactions, because everyone is just a fucking robot. Like, you could replace everyone with robots and barely notice, is what it feels like. And that's really wild.
I suppose to like, yeah, there's over here, everyone's some sort of very dysfunctional character.
Yeah, yeah.
We would say, oh, he's a character. So that's, you know, we wouldn't be like, oh yes, Uncle fucking Bill has a drink problem. No, it's Uncle Bill's a character.
Yeah. They seem to exile their characters. It's like heaven for an introvert. It very much felt that way. It felt yeah. I can see how, if
you want to sort of Mr. Robot it up, it's probably a good place to do it.
I can see how the country has a profound loneliness epidemic, and that's why they all play Blue Archive to get affection from fake girls on their telephone, and why they go to go to maid cafes.
Oof, yeah.
I can't fucking talk. I have Blue Archive installed, but like,
oof,
yeah, like, or go to maid cafes and like you'll give them money and they'll talk to you, or like you spend like, okay, well here's give us like 20 quid for like an hour and then just sit here and talk to us.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you'd always think it's just the man. But...
oh, no, it's not.
Yeah, that's what's different.
Yeah.
I remember, I think it was Vice. It was like Vice, but, you know, when they were just like, we're just going to send some bastard to somewhere with a camera and they'll do content. And, yeah, it was like they went to a hostess bar and a host bar. And it's like, yeah, because you're not used to the idea of, like, I guess... I don't know, like the strip club, but the other way around. Not that a host or hostess bar is a strip club, but like, yeah,
officially no.
Yeah, because just here's someone who's like 19, doesn't drink, and she's just buying so many things for this host and hanging out with the host. They're like, here's a host arriving in his Lambo.
It's fucked up.
I'm just like, what's going on? Imagine like your job is just, I get paid to have people drink with me.
Yeah.
P.S. I drink every single day. Please help. I need to escape. Yeah, it's very interesting.
It's like, that's what I
guess that's why a lot of content in Japan like does so well on the internet though, because you know, it's very, very different. I mean, yes, Tokyo, New York, very different. Tokyo, London, very different. You know, New York being like, people will walk through you.
Yeah, they'll go out of the way not to walk through here. It's like the place is so. Like Akihabara obviously there's like small hobbyist shops too, but it's so fucking small, like so unbelievably small. Like I felt cramped, and I'm 5'6", like I'm not tall. Yeah,
like why did this building fall over? Because a Western man rotated 90 degrees.
yeah, it's like these aisles between stacked glass display cabinets of expensive figures. This was made for two Japanese people to walk past each other, which means me and my friend Carrie. He's not quite as big as I am, but he's fairly broad, like, and put the two of us in the room and no one's fucking moving. Like, it was dire. Just, we could get past each other barely, but you put anybody else the fucking ass. Nah, you're just fucked. Like, you're just fucked. It's such a tiny place. All the fire escapes as well. It's all fire escapes.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
It's like I was saying, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go up to the shop. I just climb the stairs, climb the fire escape. You're like, fuck, okay. Like, that's fine, but Jesus Christ.
The space premium is fascinating. I guess
Yeah.
the super extreme version of that's whenever you look at like Hong Kong apartments, because they don't have. I actually remember hearing something that it's not even necessarily that they don't have the land, but there's some stuff about the ownership of land and some stuff with the state and like permits or whatever in Hong Kong. That means like there probably is land they could build on, but they can't for some reason. I also could be misremembering it from because it's years ago. We do actually have potentially to finish the show off, Matt. This is shocking.